Tifu by insulting a bridesmaid during my best man speech. Today I did a speech as I am best man at my friend's wedding. It was going so well and people were laughing at all the right times and getting all the jokes. To my credit, I had practiced it word for word and it sounded sincere the whole way through. The two areas I did struggle in were the length and saying something about the bridesmaids, as I didn't know any of them and it was too hard to say something that sounded honest. Me and my buddies were talking about it a few days beforehand and they asked what I'd be saying about them. We all agreed that it would be best to just say something on the day and it will either be funny or sound a lot more heartfelt. I got to the business end of the speech and left a bit blank so I could say something about the bridesmaids. As it had all gone so well and the chong gave me a bit of confidence and it just came to me and I said, "Bridesmaids, I am a bit short of time here and I don't really know you all, so I'd just like to say that 5 out of 6 of you look stunning today. Figure it out amongst yourselves." The room went dead and I knew I'd really fucked up. One of them started crying and I didn't actually mean any of them, it was literally just nonsense. When I went to apologize, without sounding mean, I realized that she isn't actually that good looking and was significantly less beautiful than the other bridesmaids. The bride came up to me and just said, "I think it's best you leave," and the groom just nodding behind her. I felt so bad and messaged them all and also apologized on the group Facebook page. I got an inbox from the bride's nan just saying, "Cunt. TLD or TIFU" by indirectly insulting a bridesmaid in my speech. Oof. That reminds me of that wedding where the DJ thought he was a comedian. During dinner, he always cracked mother-in-law jokes between songs, blissfully ignoring the black ribbon on the empty place beside the bride. I'm grateful to know that the bride has such a strong network of loving, supportive friends at her side today. You all look gorgeous tonight. In case you're ever allowed to make a wedding speech again. I was once a similar bonehead. Back when my wife and I were still dating. Spoiler alert. Everything ended up okay. We were being cutesy, lovey-dovey together. I love your nose. Well, I love your ears. I love your elbows. Back and forth. Until I said, "I love everything about you. Except that one tooth. Oh my God." As she threw her hand in front of her mouth and ran away crying. I didn't actually have a specific tooth in mind. I thought I was being funny. Shell-shocked and apologetic. That's how I learned that my wife has one tooth ever so slightly out of alignment that years of braces and retainers failed to correct. I had never noticed. To be clear, after over 20 years of togetherness, I'm still not exactly sure which tooth it is. But I never made that joke again. 2 TIFUs in a day? One with a massive argument with your girlfriend's dad and being kicked out of his house, and then in the same day and posted in the space of 3 hours. You've insulted an entire wedding party and been kicked out of the wedding itself? I have never heard a best man speech where anyone but the couple was mentioned. Is it tradition in your country to have to mention the bridal party too? This is an easy fix. Get a new identity and start over somewhere new. We all know what you have to do. Marry the ugly one and swear for the rest of your life you were talking about a different one to maintain plausible deniability. Honestly, why do you have to mention the bridesmaids in your speech at all? I've done a best man speech and I never thought about mentioning the groomsmen or bridesmaids. I mean, it's a best man speech. All you should honestly be mentioning in your speech is the bride and groom and maybe mutuals who you are all friends with, but also why mention the bridesmaids at the very end of your speech? Who approved this? Rule of thumb for speeches, especially the best man speech. You can barb the groom. You can barb the groomsmen. But bride and bridesmaids is 100% shower with compliments section of the speech. Full stop.
#Nan goals.
Oof. Let me tell you, in any big female friend group, there's at least one who considers herself the ugly one, and that poor girl took your joke extremely personally. You done fucked up good. Better reload your last save. That's what I would do. I'm sorry for you, man, but I can't stop laughing. Holy cow, I could give anything live that moment. Even Nan gave it ULMAO. Yup. If the bride kicks the best man out of the wedding, that's an excellent clue that you made a mistake. In 25 years when they renew their vows. Fix it then. Slightly smiling face. Doesn't the best man speech happen after the ceremony? Were you asleep the whole time? First of all, this was unbelievably stupid of you. Second, why is the entire wedding party being mentioned in a best man speech? I've never heard that before. You're boned, defleshed, and set on the grill with a squeeze of lemon. If you have the means to do so, I'd offer up a bribe of a free petty money for the bridesmaids and apologize the one time. Then disappear. And by bribe, I mean, they're never going to forget. They might just not be mentioning it. Wait, why do you have to mention the bridesmaids? It's not their wedding. I'm so confused. Weddings kinda suck for bridesmaids. You're a woman in your 20s or 30s, squeezed back into a prom dress. You know there's going to be photos. You've got people taking the day deadly seriously. And everyone is super self-conscious. Even if the other girls aren't thinking about it. Anyone whose look isn't perfect is going, "Oh God, I'm the worst dressed here, aren't I?" Quote. And an offhand joke about no one in particular is exactly the confirmation they need. Till don't do coke before your best man speech. S.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.